The salt-laced wind whipped through my hair as I slammed the car door, the bouquet of lilies, my mother's favorites, clutched in one hand, a bottle of vintage champagne in the other. The mansion loomed before me, its white stucco walls gleaming under the late afternoon sun, waves crashing against the cliffs below like thunderous applause. I'd pictured this moment 100 times, their faces lighting up, tears of joy, hugs that smelled of home. 6 months ago, on their 50th anniversary, I'd handed them the keys, a symbol of my gratitude for the sacrifices they'd made raising me. $425,000, every penny earned from years of grinding in Silicon Valley, building an app that changed how people connected online. But as I approached the grand oak door, something felt off. The curtains were drawn tight, no lights on despite the fading day, and a faint acrid smell hung in the air, like burnt toast mixed with something metallic. I knocked, my heart pounding with anticipation. Footsteps echoed inside, slow and deliberate. The door creaked open, and there she was. My mother, Elena, her silver hair disheveled, eyes red-rimmed and wide with shock. She wore a faded robe, stained at the hem, and her hands trembled as they gripped the doorframe. For a split second I smiled, stepping forward. "Mom!" Surprise. I thought I'd. Her hand shot out, palm flat against my chest, shoving me back with surprising force. The bouquet tumbled to the porch, petals scattering like confetti in a nightmare. "Ethan, what the hell are you doing here?" Her voice was a rasp, laced with fury and something darker, fear. "You can't just show up like this." I staggered, the champagne slipping from my grasp but caught at the last second. "Mom, what?" "Came to visit. The mansion, your anniversary gift." "Where's Dad?" "I wanted to see how you two are settling in." She glanced over her shoulder into the dim hallway, then back at me, her lips curling into a sneer I'd never seen before. "Your father. He's gone, Ethan. Buried a month ago. And you weren't invited to the funeral because you never bothered to call to check in. Too busy with your fancy life, your money. Now get out. This is my house now." The words hit like a gut punch, sucking the air from my lungs. Dead. Dad, with his booming laugh and calloused hands from decades as a mechanic, gone. And she hadn't told me. I stood there, the ocean's roar drowning out my thoughts, the world tilting. Humiliation burned in my chest. Me, the dutiful son, blindsided on the doorstep of my own gift. "What do you mean, dead? How? Why didn't you?" "Heart attack," she snapped, her eyes darting away. "Sudden. In his sleep. Now leave before I call the police." The door slammed shut, the lock clicking with finality. I don't remember driving away, just the blur of the coastal highway, tears stinging my eyes, rage bubbling up like bile. How could she? After everything. I'd given them this life, pulled them from that cramped apartment in the city, and this was my thanks. A cold dismissal, a secret burial? By the time I checked into a dingy motel 10 miles down the road, the shock had curdled into something sharper. Resentment. I paced the room, the carpet threadbare under my feet, the hum of the mini-fridge mocking my isolation. Denial crept in first. Maybe she was grieving, lashing out. But no, that sneer, that shove. It felt calculated, like she'd been waiting to unleash it. That night sleep evaded me. I replayed our life in fragments. Dad's proud grin at my college graduation, Mom's quiet encouragement during my startup's rocky start. But there were cracks I'd ignored. The way she'd always handled the finances, Dad's increasing fatigue over the years, her subtle digs about my selfish career. Had I been blind? By dawn, obsession took root. I needed answers. Driving back under a gray sky, rain pattering on the windshield, I parked a block away and approached on foot, heart hammering. The mansion looked forlorn now, curtains still drawn, but a black sedan sat in the driveway, one I didn't recognize. Slipping around the side, I pressed against the cool stone wall, peering through a cracked window into the kitchen. Mom was there, sipping coffee, her back to me. A man sat across from her, mid-50s, slick hair, expensive suit. He reached out, stroking her hand. "Elena, darling, it's done. The will's airtight. Everything to you." She nodded, a small smile playing on her lips. Good. Ethan won't suspect a thing. He thinks it was natural. My blood ran cold. Suspect. Natural. I ducked away, pulse thundering in my ears, the rain soaking my shirt. Back in the car, I gripped the steering wheel until my knuckles whitened. Heart attack, she'd said. But that conversation, it reeked of conspiracy. Was Dad's death not an accident? The thought ignited a fire in my gut. Heartbreak twisting into fury. How dare she betray us like this? Dad, who adored her, who worked himself to the bone for her. And me, the fool who funded her new beginning. I spent the next days in a haze, holed up in the motel, piecing it together. Guilt gnawed at me. Had I been too absent, too trusting? I scoured online obituaries. Richard Harlan, 72, passed peacefully. No details. A call to the local coroner under a fake name yielded little. Routine autopsy, heart failure. But something felt wrong. I fantasized about bursting in, demanding truth, but doubt held me back. What if I was paranoid? Grief playing tricks. Whoa. That man's touch, her smile, they haunted me. I needed proof. Hiring a private investigator felt too impersonal. This was my fight. So I planned, cold resolve settling in like frost. I'd get close, play the remorseful son, unearth her secrets. Moral conflict tugged at me. Was revenge worth it? Dad wouldn't want this. But the humiliation, the betrayal. It demanded justice. 2 weeks later I returned, armed with feigned contrition. The door opened to her wary gaze. Mom, please. I was in shock. Me in. For Dad. She hesitated, then stepped aside. The foyer smelled of lavender and dust, the grand chandelier casting shadows like spiderwebs. Fine. But don't think this changes anything. We sat in the living room, ocean views mocking our tension. Furniture I'd chosen, leather sofas, antique rugs, now felt alien. Tell me about Dad, I said, voice steady despite the storm inside. She sighed, twisting her wedding ring. He was tired, Ethan. The move stressed him. One night he just didn't wake up. Always could taste them. And the funeral. Why exclude me? You never visit. Always work. He felt abandoned. Her words stung, laced with manipulation. Was she gaslighting me? As days passed I stayed, pretending reconciliation. Mornings we'd drink coffee on the terrace, waves crashing below, seagulls screeching accusations. She'd ramble about Dad's decline, but inconsistencies slipped. One day he was healthy as ever, the next, always complaining of chest pains. I noted them all, a mental ledger of deceit. Nights I prowled the house while she slept. In Dad's study, drawers yielded bank statements. Large withdrawals before his death, transferred to an unknown account. My app's success had funded their retirement, but this? Thousands gone. Then, in a locked box under the desk I found letters. Love notes from Victor, the man I'd seen. My dearest Elena, soon we'll be free. The insurance will cover everything. Insurance. Dad's policy was modest, but a quick search on my phone. $500,000 payout, beneficiary, her. Heart racing, I photographed them, obsession fueling me. She was having an affair. But murder? The thought chilled me yet fit. Poison, perhaps, subtle, mimicking a heart attack. Guilt surged, snooping in my own gift, doubting my mother. But resentment overpowered it. She played us both, Dad and me. Fantasies of justice consumed me. Exposing her, watching her crumble. But fear lingered. What if she caught on? Moral grayness blurred lines. Was I becoming the monster? One evening Victor arrived for dinner. Slick, charming, a real estate mogul. Ethan, pleasure. Your mother's told me so much. I forced a smile, the fork like a weapon. Likewise. How did you meet? Through friends, she interjected quickly, her laugh brittle. Tension thickened the air, the clink of silverware echoing like warnings. As wine flowed, slips emerged. Victor mentioned, the plan working perfectly. She shot him a glare. My pulse quickened, subtle hints building like a storm. Later, alone with her, I probed. Mom, are you happy now? With Victor? She stiffened. What do you mean? Just, Dad's gone so soon. Seems fast. Her eyes flashed rage. You have no idea what our marriage was like. Your father was controlling, suffocating. I deserved better. Heartbreak hit anew, Dad controlling. He'd worshipped her. But her words revealed cracks. Resentment toward him, perhaps me. Layered, yes, she wasn't evil, just selfish, trapped in a loveless union. But murder? That crossed lines. By week's end, proof mounted. A pharmacy receipt in her purse. Digoxin, heart medication Dad wasn't prescribed. Overdose could cause failure. My hands shook as I connected dots. She'd done it. Slow poison affair waiting in wings. The mansion. Her escape funded by me. Rage boiled, but I played calm. Planning revenge began in earnest. Not violence, too crude. Something poetic. Expose her, strip her of everything like she'd stripped Dad of life. But doubt whispered. What if I'm wrong? Fear of consequences loomed. Yet resolve hardened. The mansion's halls felt like a labyrinth of lies as I feigned normalcy, my mind a whirlwind of schemes. Mornings blurred into calculated conversations over breakfast, the scent of fresh brewed coffee masking the bitterness in my throat. Mom, let's on the beach today, I'd suggest, voice honeyed, while my eyes scanned for more evidence. She'd agree, her steps hesitant on the sandy path below the cliffs, waves foaming like rabid dogs at our feet. The wind carried her perfume, jasmine cloying now, a reminder of childhood hugs turned treacherous. Inner conflict raged. Part of me yearned for the mother I'd idolized, the one who bandaged scraped knees and cheered at soccer games. Was this obsession destroying me? Guilt twisted like a knife. Dad would hate this division. But humiliation fueled the fire. She'd discarded us for Victor, for freedom tainted by blood. Fantasies evolved. Not just exposure but ruin. I'd drain her accounts, forge documents mirroring her deceit, watch her beg. Subtle hints of my unraveling plan emerged. I accidentally left a pharmacy ad on the table, circled digoxin. She paled, sweeping it away. What's this, Ethan? Oh, just reading about heart meds. For Dad, you know. My tone innocent but eyes accusing. Tension simmered, her glances sharper. Conversations laced with unspoken threats. Victor visited more. His Mercedes purring in the drive like a predator. Dinners became battlegrounds. Ethan, your app's impressive, he'd say, smirking. Must be nice, all that wealth. It is, I'd reply, suppressed rage bubbling. Gave me the means to gift this place. Shame Dad didn't get to enjoy it long. Mom choked on her wine, coughing. Enough about that. But I pressed, slow burn building. One night, alone with Victor while she fetched dessert, I leaned in. How long have you known my mother? He shifted, uncomfortable. A year or so. Before Dad died. Question hung heavy. His laugh was forced. What are you implying? Nothing direct yet. But seeds planted, doubt sown. Back in my room I hacked her email. Easy for a tech guy like me. Messages to Victor. Ethan's suspicious. We need to speed things up. Sell the mansion, disappear. Sell my gift. Fury ignited. She'd poison Dad, claim insurance, now flip the house for profit. Obsession peaked. I barely slept, skin clammy, mind racing with plans. Moral conflict deepened. Was revenge justice or dissent? I pictured Dad's face, gentle, betrayed. Justified everything. The turning point came a stormy evening. Thunder rumbling like my resolve. I confronted her in the study, rain lashing windows. Mom, I found the letters. The digoxin. I know what you did. She froze, book slipping from her hands. You snooped. How dare you? How dare I? You killed him. Voice breaking, heartbreak raw. Dialogue erupted, natural yet venomous. Your father was a tyrant, Ethan. Controlling every penny, every decision. Victor showed me love. The poison. It was mercy. He was suffering anyway. Mercy. Layers unveiled. Dad's hidden abuse, verbal lashes behind closed doors. She'd endured for me, she claimed. I stayed for you, but you left us, chasing dreams. This mansion. Guilt, money. Humiliation surged. Guilt. I loved you both. Her laugh was bitter. Love. You barely called. Now you judge me. Doubt flickered, was she right? Had my absence contributed? But no, murder wasn't excusable. Resentment won. You'll pay for this. She sneered. Try it. No proof. But I had the emails, receipts, photos. Cold resolve set in. My plan. Anonymous tip to police. Fabricated evidence linking her deeper. But poetic justice called for more. I'd befriend Victor, turn him against her, expose the affair publicly, ruin her socially before legally. Next day's tension escalated. She watched me like a hawk, doors locked at night. I felt her fear mirroring mine. What if she struck first? Paranoia gripped. Every creak a threat. Victor arrived for a talk. In the foyer he cornered me. Elena says you're causing trouble. Back off, kid. Or what? Suppressed rage flared. He grabbed my collar, breath hot. You'll end up like your old man. Confirmation. I twisted free, heart pounding. That night, I executed phase 1. Hacked her bank, transferred funds to a dummy account, mine disguised. Not theft, restitution. She discovered it morning, screaming. My money. What did you do? Innocent shrug. Maybe a glitch. Or karma. Panic in her eyes. Subtle vengeance emerging. She called police, but no proof pointed to me. Suspense built. She paced, Victor arguing in whispers. Climax brewed. I arranged a reconciliation dinner. Candles flickering, ocean howling outside. Wine poured, laced with truth serum. No, too far. Instead, confrontation. Mom, Victor, let's clear the air. Voice steady despite fear. She eyed me warily. What game is this? No game. I know everything. The affair, the poison. Police have the evidence. Bluff but effective. Victor paled. Elena, you said it was natural. She whirled. Shut up. Betrayal looped, him turning on her. You lied to me. Chaos erupted. She lunged at me, nails raking my arm, blood warm and sticky. You ruined everything. I dodged, shoving her back. Like you ruined Dad. Victor bolted, car screeching away. Alone, she collapsed, sobbing. I did it for us, for a new life. Your father. He was gonna change the will, cut you out. He found out about my indiscretions. I protected you. Twist hit like lightning. Protected me? Moral grayness exploded. Dad knew, planned to disown. Her murder twisted love. Heartbreak mingled with resentment. Was revenge misplaced? But no, death wasn't protection. Cold resolve faltered, guilt crashing in. Police sirens wailed in distance. I tipped them anonymously. As they cuffed her, she whispered, I loved you, Ethan. More than him. Doors slammed, leaving me in the empty mansion, waves mocking. Revenge tasted ashes. Poetic justice, but at what cost? The house, symbol of love, now tomb of betrayal. I sold it, proceeds to charity, but scars remained. Obsession faded, replaced by hollow peace. Unexpected consequence. In her trial, letters revealed I wasn't Dad's biological son. Her affair long ago. The ultimate twist. Betrayal birthed me, and revenge closed the circle. Yet in quiet moments, doubt lingered. Was I avenged or just another link in the chain?